I think guess now it's quite interesting to see, isn't it, the impact it's already had on businesses. I mean, now, I mean, you can go on ChatGPT, ask it to write you a poem, a song, or even get like asked for an image now. So it has made a lot of impact. I guess obviously we'll dig into the like first question, obviously how it has evolved since the introduction of generative AI models. Because I was reading that obviously that it was first started by like Alan Turing and John McCarthy, which was around like the hidden Markov models, HMMs, and Gaussian mixture models, GMMs. But yeah, I guess it'd be good to get your views on, like, I mean, how has it evolved since this, like, since the introduction? I mean, the breakthrough was end of 2020. But yeah, how many have you seen the sort of, how's it evolved since yourself?
Absolutely. So, I mean, yes, there's a lot of such models and mathematical concepts, and they existed for a long time. But if we really look at the techniques that are used in GPT, for instance, and start backtracking and go back in time, I think the closest scientific paper that would address that is the perceptron from Frank Rosenblatt. And the concept itself, surprisingly, is actually a pretty simple concept that they try to, so to say, model the learning process from human brain perspective. And then we are around, Cold War. There's a lot of, decoding and encoding science going around. Right after the Cold War, potentially during the peacetime, the scientists came to an idea that, we can actually look at decoding and translation from similar lens. We can think of, text written in foreign language as potentially a scrambled sequence of characters, and we want to translate that to the target language. So a lot of those techniques have been used, but still we are really limited by amount of data and compute power. So the math is progressing, but still engineering is not catching up. So up until 90s and late 90s and early 2000, we see growing adoption of personal computers and internet itself. So we are getting slowly more and more data. And interesting time, I would say, the 2012, the year 2012, there are couple of interesting things happen. First of all, the smartphones are pretty much adopted. The Web 2 is there, a lot of interactive web applications like Twitter, Facebook. So you are getting access to data that is already annotated by human, meaning that, I write a comment, someone like it or add an emotion, it's already getting an annotation from that. And on top of that, it's a start of the cloud computing, meaning that there is an easy access to compute that is needed for training such models. And then deep learning comes. And basically, interestingly, the very first deep learning architecture is called MLP, or multi-layer perceptron, that goes back to Frank Rosenblatt perceptron model. So starting, I guess, 2018, Google introduces BERT, the transformer VAR began, and slowly the OpenAI comes in, and then GPT launches. And I think 2022, we have GPT-3 with 175 billion parameter. And 2022, that's a year of breakthrough, potentially. It's a year that GPT-3 or GPT-3.5, both of them, they become publicly available through a web interface. And that is potentially introducing it to the public, that what AI is capable of. And chat interface itself being a very interesting interface, because you are interacting with it, and you see and you start raising eyebrows that how conversant these models are actually.
No, I mean, it's good. Obviously, it's advancing. I mean, like, if you look 5 years ago, like the chatbots, like, or having a conversation, it would not work, would it? It's like but now, like, you actually can have a conversation. Obviously, the advancements in NLP, obviously the like text and understanding context, that's really come along. And also, I mean, like the content side, the images, that's just progressed really quickly.